Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise. And in this one, I want to give you a chance to take a look at the new canteen, the tea room, where you go to order your dango. If you guys have caught a couple of the videos we've uploaded already, then you'll know that we have access to some nice preview gameplay to kind of show you guys a little bit of the village and some other stuff as well. You know, normally you would kind of typically go to a hands-on capture event, but given lockdown, that is not possible. So Capcom very kindly provided me with some early footage so that I can share it with you guys. So if you do enjoy this, then of course a like would be super appreciated, and if you want to catch more stuff, then we've got plenty more stuff to talk about, so make sure you turn those notifications, stay subscribed, because of course as we get close to Rise there'll be plenty more stuff to talk about. Also, don't forget, if you want to become an Arekkz Gaming member and drop some of those exclusive emotes in the chat when the videos go live, then definitely check it out. You can see some of the awesome emotes we have available on screen right now, and you know when the game comes out and your boy's gonna die a lot, that car emote is gonna come in hella handy. Anyway, let's talk about the tea room. So as you probably know, if you've seen the cutscene they have shared already, we know that of course when you go to get your food in Monster Hunter, where traditionally we've gone to a canteen, you of course have your big spread, your huge meal, that kind of thing. This time around the focus is going to the tea room and instead getting this sort of dango, which is like a little Japanese snack. In fact, if any of you guys ever learned the Japanese language, there's a fun educational song called Dango San Kyodai. I don't know if it's actually educational, it's more just something they play during school. Anyway, I digress. The point is, it's a funny little chime, you can look it up later. Dango themselves are just this sort of round dumpling style snack. They're typically made of a mixture of different types of rice flour, and it's more of a sort of sweet snack. Not quite sure how nutritionally beneficial it would be pre-hunt, but I'm not exactly going to question it. However, talking more specifically about the actual stuff itself, you know, you go to the tea stand and you have your usual functionality. When you go there, you can still do all the fun little gestures. You can of course go and just purchase pre-made meals, or you can make your own custom setups. And the interesting thing is, because when you take a look at the dangos, you'll see that they are comprised of 3 little rice balls. So for every single one of those, you can choose a different rice ball if you want to create custom effects. When you go into the menu, you'll of course see that, you know, your typical meal costs around 200 Zenny or 100 points, and you know, you get your standard meal buffs like plus 30 health and stamina, or at least that's what it seems from the gameplay we have. But you can then customize the skewers themselves to pursue different bonuses. These are different effects that typically you know, offer you different skills outside of what you already have on your armor set. And as you can see from the menu, it's actually pretty intuitive. I mean, cooking itself has never been, you know, hugely complex, but that being said, when you go to the canteens in previous Monster Hunter games, you can do the simple thing and just buy those pre-made meals, or you take a look at something like World, where you can mix and match different ingredients to kind of create some more bespoke setups. Some people did say that, you know, this can get a little bit confusing. The dango system is incredibly intuitive. It is quite literally, you have 3 rice balls on your skewer, choose 3 rice balls based on what it is that you want to get. And of course the different bonuses have different activation chances, so of course, you know, much like we've seen before, you might not necessarily always get them. I assume if you use the game's equivalent to some sort of ticket, you'll probably, you know, increase or guarantee those chances. So if we take a look at some of the buffs that we have seen so far, we have items like the Moneymaker, which increases the amount of Zenny at the end of a quest. You have Hurler, which increases the damage dealt by kunai, which might be kind of handy if you want to run around and just like do those kunai only kills. Deflector actually helps to retain weapon sharpness when attacks are deflected. I'll be really interested to see if that also applies if you have something like Mind's Eye, where, you know, you would normally deflect but you're just cutting through. Whether that lessens the sharpness depletion during that state as well, that could actually be pretty cool. You have Feet, which prevents you from getting knocked onto your butt. Polisher speeds up your sharpening. Bulker grants a temporary attack boost when you use the Show Off 2 gesture. Glutton reduces your stamina consumption for a certain period of time after eating. Defender Low sometimes decreases your damage taken. Medic Low sometimes increases the health recovery from items. Bird Caller makes spirit birds more likely to approach you. Gatherer increases the quantity of honey obtained when gathering. Reviver restores health to allies in the area upon fainting, which is quite interesting. And Trainer speeds up buddy growth. Calculator increases the number of Kimura points you receive at the end of a quest. Now this is of course just a sample. I'm sure there are more of them as we play throughout the game. I'm sure of course, you know, much like it has been in the canteen in the past, as you progress throughout the game you probably unlock more canteen options. But that is a little look at how it works. Interestingly as well, when you base on the you know, the kind of dangos they chose, when you actually see the dango cutscene afterwards where they prepare them all, it looks incredibly cool, but it does also seem to align with the color choice you got, so I'm not entirely sure. Obviously I've only got one order here, I only have one, you know, amount of gameplay. I'll be interested to see whether the cutscene itself does actually change the color of the dangos every time, depending on your permutation, or whether they've just got like 3 or 4 different color sets depending. That would be really cool. That would be a really cool attention to detail, depending on that. So I guess when the game comes out, I'm going to be checking that out. But either way, that is just a very quick look at how the canteen system works in Monster Hunter Rise. Of course, every single Monster Hunter game changes up the canteen. They have their own sort of unique flair on it. We think about, say, Generations had the cheese fondue. Of course, World had the Meowscular Chef, and then of course the Grand Meowster Chef. So, you know, it's nice to sort of see the evolution of that, nice to sort of see how it changes every single time. And honestly, I do really like this dango setup. I love the animation for it. It is so stylish, so full of emotion and stuff. So yeah, I really like it. But anyway, just a super quick video. That was your look at how the canteen or how a tea house system works in Monster Hunter Rise. Again, we've got more stuff we want to talk about, so do be sure to keep it locked because I'll be sharing some more gameplay over the coming days and whatnot. But for the time being, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. If you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys 269, Paradise Central and Investmore streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below. And of course, you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.